G'day and welcome to Vintage Collingwood, brought to you by Get Wines Direct. Well, today I'm going to meet up with one of Collingwood's greatest sons. This man could bring the crowd to their feet every time he played here at Victoria Park. It's the Macedonian marvel, Peter Dakos. Dakes, great to see you, son.
Shorey, how you going, mate?
Yeah, good heavens. Hasn't this changed from the old days?
Oh, it looks fantastic as a public venue these days.
Well, mate, let's have a walk through because I want to catch up and ask you some of the old days and what happened and when you used to take this by yourself. This was your ground, wasn't it?
Dakos, here's a chance for a score. Mr. Magic shoots it goal. I think it's there. First goal of the Magpies.
Well, those over-the-end goals that you used to kick. And look, I remember running lap after lap of training with you, and you just do it from the pocket like it was just shelling peas.
Well, it all gets back to touch, and I've always said, and I think it really goes back to when I was a kid. And I know everyone will say, we always had a ball in our hand. That was the case with myself. Yep. I always had a football in my hand, and it was a real extension of me. So it was second nature. I didn't have to think about what I needed to do. And in a game situation, I always say to youngsters these days, we can personalise our kicking. I can show you how to hold it and how many steps to take. But the one thing I can't tell you is how hard to kick it. You have to feel that. So I love that experiment, playtime as I'd call it, where it wasn't structured training, where you could, dribble it and lip it into the bin, that type of thing. So I think for me it was a touch thing that had been developed over a long, long time.
Well, he might make it 6 now from the boundary line. Loves them from there.
The club tried to trade you to North Melbourne. What happened there?
Well, Lee Matthews had taken over, and I'd done my knee in '85, then I did my knee again with the patella in '86, and I couldn't train, I couldn't play, I was put on the retired list. And then there was talk of me being swapped to North Melbourne. Thankfully, that didn't come about. Lee Matthews still says to this day he's the one that derailed it, but I don't know if that's the case. But look, in the end, I was just quite fortunate. I was given the opportunity to get myself right. I had an op and rested up and, got myself back in '88. Just
1990, what did it really mean to Peter Dakos, just the grand final itself?
Well, I think thinking back over my career now, I think as a team achievement, it goes without saying. It's one that I always regurgitate and think about. It's something that comes up even now. We're talking about something that happened 22 years ago, and realisation has hit home that people don't forget about that team achievement.
Talk about that grand final. We needed a goal, but that first goal sort of got us up and going. From where you kicked it, I just couldn't believe it. But what were you thinking? You knew that you had control of that situation?
I was quite relaxed at having a ping, and I'd probably earned the licence a little bit. But, if I had to do that again, I'd probably kick 1 out of 10. It's just one of those, Shorey, that just happened to, go through it. Quite honestly, it looked like it was going to miss, and I think there was a bit of divine intervention, and she swung back into play. Was there one goal you thought, oh, gee, you can't get any better than that? There was a goal, 81 against Geelong in a prelim final where I marked it and handballed past Nankervis to kick the goal. Tape? You handballed it? You handballed to yourself? Yeah, I copped a knock in the head a little bit earlier, so I was a bit delirious. That would be good. That would be good evidence. I keep copping that. I did handball. Keep going. You did handball to yourself, though, did you? That's right. Now, there was one goal, the 1990 qualifying final, which we looked like we were down and dusted, and you kicked it from the pocket. Just take us through what happened in that. If you remember rightly, Pants came in and just absolutely skittled John Worsfold. Rowdy picks up the ball. As soon as I got that ball in my hands, I was going to back myself in to have a pot shot. So, as it turned out, I hit it so sweet. It went in, and that's why I say to people, it's just one of those that I got the technique right, but I got a little bit of luck on my side as well. The Collingwood Footy Club, can you put it into words what it means to Peter Dakos? It's my life. It still is my life. I've been out of the game 19 years now. I don't reckon 2 days go by that I don't think about the game, I was given a huge opportunity, something that I'd like to think I didn't take for granted. But again, Shorey, I think, to have done something in my life, and been given that opportunity by Collingwood to do something that I loved, sort of unconditionally was just, fantastic. To this day, I can't thank the club enough.
Now, we've got a big function coming up for the Collingwood past players.
One of the things we want to try and do is get as many of the past players back to the club as possible. So it's all free for the past players. So make contact, go to our website, Collingwood Past Players, speak to Loretta, make contact, you'll get a free ticket. It's at the MCG, September 13th.
Mate, thanks for joining us on Vintage Collingwood. Thanks to Get Wines Direct. Now, for your trouble, we've got the President's Selection, mate. I know you like a drop of red. It is the best stuff of all time. So the President's Selection from Get Wines Direct. You're an out-and-out superstar, and let's hope those two boys come through and play for Collingwood. We'll love that.
Now, this is Salsey and Straubs. Good on you, boy. Now, there's 2 dozen there, Shuri. That's about 2 days' supply.
I had to take that back down, mate. I've already taken 6 out.
Okay.
So the Collingwood Football Club's got a very exciting announcement this morning. We just completed a signing with Star Athletic to be the new supplier of our jumper and on-field apparel. 4 years ago, we embarked on talking to manufacturers and suppliers, and ultimately Star Athletic were the organisation that we chose to partner with. The jumper's still going to be black and white stripes. It'll be the highest quality jumper in the AFL.
Design team have been here at Collingwood every single week presenting different fabrics, different samples, different cuts. We've taken feedback from the playing group, from the coaches, and we've looked at what football is all about, and football's quite a unique sport, and we believe we have produced the best football jumper made for football that there is today.
We'll be experimenting with a hot weather jumper, a cold weather jumper, wet weather jumper, maybe even jumpers for different positions. So in some positions you want a really tight jumper that doesn't stretch and is hard to tackle. Other positions you might want it to be a bit more stretchy. So these are all things that we'll experiment ongoing, but there's no doubt that eventually this jumper will be a competitive advantage. We want every Collingwood supporter, every Collingwood member to be wearing a Collingwood jumper, and it's something that quite often, especially with the kids, you need to buy every few years, and we want to make sure that it's at a competitive price so our supporters can actually buy the jumpers. Another really important element of this agreement is the fact that Adidas, who have been with the Collingwood Football Club for the last 14 years, will remain as a sponsor and a supplier. So the players will continue to wear the boots and runners from Adidas. They've been a great partner, and we're really excited about continuing that partnership, hopefully for another 14 years. Thanks, mate. Thanks for all your effort.